Welcome back, coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of United States pennies. While they may seem like small change, some of these 1-cent coins are worth a small fortune. Let's uncover the hidden treasures among the top 4 most valuable and historic pennies ever minted in the USA. Make sure to watch until the end, as you might have one of these in your collection. Let's get started. Our journey begins in the early 19th century. By 1808, the U.S. Mint faced a challenge. The design of the draped bust cent had become outdated, and it was time for a fresh look. Enter John Reich, a talented German-born engraver who brought a new vision to American coinage. In 1809, he introduced the classic head design, which featured Lady Liberty with curly hair held back by a headband inscribed with the word Liberty. This new design would become an iconic representation of the early American spirit. Design details of the 1809 large cent. The 1809 classic head large cent was minted in Philadelphia and is easily recognizable by its unique design features. On the obverse, we see Lady Liberty facing left with her hair flowing freely and a headband that elegantly frames her face. The date, 1809, is inscribed at the bottom. Surrounding her are 13 stars representing the original colonies. Flipping to the reverse side, the coin features a simple yet elegant wreath encircling the words 1 cent, with the inscription United States of America along the border. This classic simplicity is part of its timeless charm. Why the classic head design was short-lived. While the classic head design was admired, it faced significant production challenges. The U.S. Mint used poor quality copper blanks, leading to rapid wear and corrosion. As a result, many of these coins were heavily damaged over time. The design only lasted until 1814, making the classic head cents relatively scarce today. Let's talk numbers. In 1809, approximately 1419000 classic head large cents were minted. While that may seem like a lot, many have not survived the test of time, especially in good condition. Due to the low-quality copper, it's challenging to find these coins in high grades today. That scarcity adds to their value among collectors. Now, let's get into what everyone wants to know, the value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its worth. Here's a quick breakdown. In good condition, an 1899 classic head large cent might fetch around $70 to $100. If you're lucky enough to find one in fine condition, you could see prices soar to $200 to $300. A well-preserved example in extremely fine XF40 can command prices of $700 to $1,000. And if you have an uncirculated MS60 or higher specimen, the value can easily exceed $3,000. Keep in mind, prices can fluctuate based on market demand and rarity, especially for high-grade examples. So, what should you look out for if you're on the hunt for an 1809 classic head large cent? Here are a few tips. Check the details. Look for a clear headband, distinct stars, and minimal wear on Lady Liberty's hair. Inspect the edges. Authentic coins should have reeded edges, and beware of counterfeits, which can have smoothed edges or irregularities. Consider grading. Having your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC can significantly enhance its value. Did you know that the large cent was actually unpopular among the American public back in the early 1800s? The coin was considered too bulky for everyday use. It wasn't until the introduction of the smaller cent in 1857 that Americans fully embraced a more convenient form of currency. 2009 Lincoln Penny Bicentennial Cents. The year 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, which was first minted in 1909. To commemorate this momentous occasion, the U.S. Mint released a set of 4 special pennies in 2009, known as the Lincoln Bicentennial Cents. Each of these pennies features a unique reverse design that highlights a different stage in Lincoln's life. These bicentennial pennies were struck at all 3 major mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, die, mint mark; and San Francisco, Smith mark for proof coins. The circulating versions were made with a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. However, the San Francisco proof versions were struck on a higher quality copper alloy, similar to the original 1999 Lincoln cents. Rarity and variations, 130 minutes. While these coins were widely minted, there are a few rare varieties that collectors eagerly hunt for. The most sought-after versions are those with errors or high grades. Here are some key varieties to look for. Doubled die errors. Check for doubling on Lincoln's fingers, the inscriptions, or the log cabin design. These doubled dies can be quite valuable. Die cracks and cuds. Occasionally you'll find coins with die cracks or cuds, which can increase their value. High-grade coins. Uncirculated coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch significant premiums. For example, an MS67 Lincoln bicentennial penny can sell for $50 to $100 depending on the specific design and condition. Now, let's talk about current values. As of 2024, circulated versions of these 2009 pennies typically hold only face value. However, uncirculated and proof versions can be worth more. Circulated coins, generally worth 1 cent, though higher quality ones may fetch a small premium from collectors. Uncirculated D and P mint coins in MS65 condition, these coins can be valued at around $2 to $5 each. San Francisco proof coins. These are highly collectible, especially in PR69 or PR70 condition. They can be valued between $10 or $25 or more. Error coins and high-grade examples. Error coins, especially doubled die varieties, can command anywhere from $50 to over $1,000 depending on the rarity and demand. High-grade M68 examples have been known to sell for upwards of $100 to $300. Remember, coin values can fluctuate based on market demand, so it's always a good idea to check recent auction results to get a sense of the latest prices. If you're looking to collect these 2009 Lincoln bicentennial pennies, here are a few tips. Condition is key. Look for uncirculated examples to add to your collection. Use proper storage. Store your coins in airtight holders to prevent oxidation, especially for proof versions. Examine for errors. Always check your change and rolls of pennies for rarer coins. 2009 penny value. The 2009 penny was released to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909. But here's the twist. The 2009 penny was special because it featured 4 different reverse designs, each representing a significant chapter in Lincoln's life. The idea was to commemorate Lincoln's incredible journey from a log cabin to the White House. Let's break down the designs and the meaning behind each one. The 2009 Lincoln penny came in 4 unique designs, each capturing a different part of his life story. Birth and early childhood in Kentucky. This design shows a log cabin, symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Kentucky. Formative years in Indiana. This penny depicts young Lincoln reading a book while sitting on a log, reflecting his self-education and thirst for knowledge. Professional life in Illinois. Here we see Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol, highlighting his career as a lawyer and statesman. Presidency in Washington, D.C. The final design features the unfinished Capitol dome, symbolizing a nation under construction during Lincoln's presidency. Each design beautifully illustrates a key chapter in Lincoln's journey, and collectors were thrilled to see this level of detail in a circulating coin. Now, let's talk about where these pennies were minted. The 2009 Lincoln pennies were produced at 3 locations. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, marked with a D. San Francisco Mint, marked with an S for proof coins. But here's where it gets interesting. These pennies were minted with 2 different compositions. Due to a shortage of copper during that time, most 2009 pennies were made from zinc with a thin copper coating, similar to other modern pennies. However, the San Francisco proof coins were struck with a 95% copper composition, which was a throwback to the original 99 pennies. All right, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the value of these coins. While most 2009 pennies you find in circulation might only be worth face value, there are some that can be worth much more, especially if they're in excellent condition. Here's what you should be on the lookout for. Value of the 2009 Presidency Lincoln Bicentennial Cent. 2009 was a significant year in the world of numismatics, as it marked the 200th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. To celebrate this bicentennial, the United States Mint released 4 different reverse designs of the Lincoln cent, each representing a key stage of Lincoln's life. The coin we're focusing on today is the final design in this series, the Presidency Cent, which commemorates Lincoln's years as president in Washington, D.C. This coin's reverse design depicts the U.S. Capitol dome under construction, symbolizing a nation undergoing transformation under Lincoln's leadership. Let's take a closer look at the coin's design. The obverse, or front side, features the classic portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor D. Brenner back in 1909. This design has remained largely unchanged for over a century. The reverse was designed by Susan Gamble and showcases the partially completed Capitol dome, symbolizing the challenges the United States faced during Lincoln's presidency, particularly the Civil War. This is a powerful design that captures the essence of Lincoln's dedication to unifying the nation during one of its most turbulent times. The 2009 Presidency Cent was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, S; and San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia and Denver versions were produced for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint struck proof versions for collectors. If you're a collector, you'll definitely want to look out for the San Francisco proof coins, as they're made with a higher level of detail and quality. Unlike traditional Lincoln cents that are made of a copper-coated zinc alloy, the 2009 bicentennial Lincoln cents were struck using 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This was a special throwback to the original composition of the first Lincoln cents minted in 1909.